How, and welcome back to another episode of the Sketchy Contract Starter Series. We are heading on to finally Tier 2, so in between episodes, where we last bought also this boombox, I did another farming session, where I just did another round as in video before for buying some of the gathering capsules as well as one storage box, so I can show you why you might want to spend additional credits you have as leftover to optimize, especially in solo play, your routes. And we also have to recharge this one, so you will be able to reach higher quota, get more and more stocked on, and also have everything nice and compromised in these storage devices. So this video will be the final one for general purposes of Sketchy Contract, and with the end of this video you will be finally have every knowledge you need for the base game and will be free to off-go explore every planet you want, as now with Tier 2 will be able to also go for something like Port Saharas or Port Ragnar when we unlock them with credits. So we want to farm a little bit of credits to go to these planets, but usually it should be completely fine at this point to get around 50 credits to unlock everything. Also, these planets are completely free, also available on Tier 1, but these are the event planets, so I highly recommend starting with just Port Coral, Port Lumen and Treasure Island for your Tier 1 adventures, and now on Tier 2 you can explore basically every single planet when you unlock them. And from now on I will do first in this video a brief overlook for what has changed in Tier 2 compared to Tier 1, how was playstyle in Tier 2 and ongoing working, and what to expect from the different planets. So overlook in general, and then I will do for each planet a different video, an in-depth analysis of this planet specifically, so you will be you will have the knowledge for every single planet condensed in one video. This would be the goal. Also, we are now able to collect everything on the different planets which are hidden there, so this will be additionally in these in-depth videos for the planets. It will be on the end of these videos, so that if you don't want to get spoiled, you can explore everything for your own, just get the interesting parts of the different planets, have an overlook, or have a place to go back and watch something if you really struggle to find something. Alright, this is it for the intro, I guess. There is some information before we start on the planet. First, this boombox now just have 3 dances. It doesn't have a battery anymore, so you can heal completely fine and just get into the habit of dancing around your boombox. However, especially when you get this habit of dancing around your boombox, you will heal faster. So as you see up there, 1.5% per second usually and 4% if dancing. However, you will get additional damage. You will triple your damage income while dancing around a boombox. I guess while dancing in general, I don't know. But It is due to, in the past of this game, there was some people having the strat to mid-fight dance and out-heal basically anything, and this get patched. Alright, this is one thing. Another thing is that you really want to use these storage devices. You can also have different things, but you really want these storage devices regularly, because you fill it up once to a specific limit and then you will sell it. However, they are very, very cheap compared to the other things, like 300 credits, 200 credits, or even 500 credits. Just in one quota you will get enough to sell multiple of the to buy multiple of these things. And where they are so good we will see in the round. And then tier 1 to tier 2. What's on the paper is different. You have an uncapped max quota, so you can go up from now on infinitely. However, you want to swap quota back one in between at some times to really don't reach very, very large quota of 10,000 or 20,000 of credits or quota you need to reach in every round unless you are prepared by backstocking. So just switch in between these tiers to stock up on some quota and push your limits if you want to. Also, our suit level cap is higher, so you can start spending points on different things of quality of life, which we will see ongoing. And cosmic coins are higher. This is only for cosmetic things, so I can show it in a different store where you can buy with your cosmetic things, depending on your quota and your tier, different cosmetic things. And then we have here extra information. No deadly enemies. We will have deadly enemies on tier 2. No night substances. We will have night substances on tier 2. Reduced night shift enemy strength. We will have usually normal night shift enemy strength. So night walkers will be from higher difficulty or normal difficulty. And we will have an additional environmental threat called lurker roots. So these lurker roots especially can get tedious if you aren't prepared. If you are prepared, they are just a new mechanic which I will show you in a second. So also for this reason we want to have one of these gathering capsules. When you pick them up, you see in the left corner, so around here, you will see quota and 0 of 250. This is the limit, and when you collect something like, for example, something like this, then you would go onto it, just collect it, and then it will go into your storage device immediately, so it's only for gathering. However, we also have these two-handed medium storage crate, where you can store things in. Also, you can store two-handed things in, also shrink corpses and stuff. So it is really, really handy to get a limit of 850 plus, and you don't really need to have free inventory slot as it is really filled up now. So we have a shrink ray, we have an echo lens, which isn't necessary, but you will learn to love it. And we have a boombox, we have a flamethrower to deal with these lurker roots, as you will see, and we will have a shotgun for my playstyle. So you can make free or make it free by just using a different range main weapon or stuff, but it is personal preference. And with ongoing suit level, you will also be able to get a higher carry limit. I can show it right now. We now have a full inventory, but if you just take 5 points out of here and put 1 into carry limit. We will stack this at least for 1 point, so we have a free slot to pick something up and store it in. So yeah, you really want to consider putting carry limit on as soon as you will get the suit level and the points. For now, you should have max health, max stamina, and also a good amount of your considered main weapon. I have 9 points in range damage. We will put our additional point in here, our first additional point, but then ongoing we will put it in carry limit and later on oxygen first. Healing received is also nice as quality of life. And then we have these digging speed, which also will become handy later on, but you might switch it around for different planets. So what else? The cosmic coins. You can now buy here for a higher tier things, but you have to reach a higher quota. These are different quota steps, increasing by 350, which also will be our increasing rate. So we will go up here. This is 1 quota step. These are 2 quota steps then here, and this is additional 2 quota steps. So 5,100 will be our new max quota for max quota and quotation marks for tier 2, because ongoing when you reach 5,100 you might consider switching then to tier 3. But we are not long there, so we just stay on tier 2 and we will do just a normal run to show everything which is different. Also, we will have new enemies which we see, and you might consider having a medgen installed if you die on your first rounds. But yeah, you always can prepare by backstocking things, so you can reach quota easily, especially the first ones. And similar to the first quotas on tier 1, you just want to play carefully first and then push your limits ongoing. So yeah, we will try to just get in the habit of a usual sketchy contract round. So we will start with the tier 0 main building, go to tier 1 to tier 2, and then reach the end with tier 3 and the buildings. So this would be a goal in a normal normal sketchy round. You can have different rounds with different purposes, like searching something specifically, but yeah. Alright, so what is different? When we first go on, everything seems normal, but we will have much more different enemies. You usually want to store your box around at the entrance, I would recommend, or take it with you at any point. So do we have tier 2? I guess we have. Didn't I switch back? Alright. We have a tier 2 mimic, which itself does way more damage. I can show it to you. And it's okay. But it deals some more damage. And it also has much more health. So it can, if you aren't prepared, kill you. So be aware of it. I have to quickly check again if I choked up. No, we're on tier 2. It's everything fine. Alright. So, yeah. So, alright, so you barely see... it doesn't do that much damage, so it is fine to deal with them. And yeah, you can now shrink them and store them in this, storage box. So it really comes handy to take it around with you, so you don't waste any time. And yeah, this is a usual loop. Also, there is an enemy we didn't see before. It can spawn on tier 1, but these are boombots. So we already scanned one before. They have a higher amount of damage because they are now tier 2. So scanning everything again is a really nice thing. And you see this damage really hits us. So you usually want to have your boombox down after dealing with one of them, and you can store in between, and yeah, you already get what's the point of having a boombox placed and then use your time efficiently. Store everything. You can also dance now to completely heal full in a downtime situation where you don't have any enemies around, but be sure to don't have any enemies around, so maybe check your environment. Also, these are the lurker routes I was saying before, and there are these eggs, these hatchling eggs nearby. We can go in and scan a new hatchling. It says killing tier 3 hatchlings, we're not there. Will immediately hatch other nearby hatchling eggs. So it is like Sketchy sometimes have maybe different flaws, like spelling issues in some texts, or when something gets changed around. I guess this is the tier 2 ability now, and I don't really comment on it, sorry, it's just so a habit. So yeah, these lurker routes block your path. Alright, one thing at a time. Scan every enemy again. So you will learn the new evolved things. I can show it on the ship. What a hatchling was hatching other eggs nearby. For the lurker routes, they block your path. I don't know if I find something in again, but they will block your path, so it will deal damage, and you can't really hit them with all weapons. Something like the shotgun or melee damage won't deal any damage to them, so you have to have fire damage or some sort of fire damage, like in a different range weapon. But you can also collect them by harvesting them afterwards. So you see filling up this bar below, and yeah, that's the usual thing. You want to just clear everything out, harvesting your lurker routes, and yeah, that's it. Alright, so we already say here is a landmine. There are also around, just use your range weapon to deal with them, and we already see here's another crate, so we could place down and just collect everything. You maybe later on want to consider not storing just everything in it, but for now we will do everything in it. And this is Elizabeth. So tier 2 Elizabeth will deal damage on you and just stand up, as you saw. So you really want to go outside a door for there. So it deals a significant amount of damage if she reaches her victim, and you, however, can kill her to get her back to her normal state. Alright, so you see tier 2 is much more harder due to different new mechanics which we will see ongoing in this video. So we have scan her, so you can read on these evolutions like in hatchlings. So tier 2 scan is killing these hatchlings will immediately hatch other nearby eggs, and tier 3 we have to scan. That is what I want to show you before. Also, you can see for the lurker roots. I don't know if I didn't scan them. It's lurker roots. Oh, don't they have a scan? There they are. So lurker roots we didn't scan, but there will be an information that you kill them with fire. All right. So going back, now once it is opened, Elizabeth won't be any threat to you directly, so you can just go in there. Don't pick her up immediately, but yeah. Other than that, it's completely fine to get around her. And you could do something. I will trigger her in a moment, I guess. Because I want to show you something. Will heal full. Okay, we are completely full, and we place our storage box out here, and we will trigger Elizabeth. Maybe over here. Yes, so you can't place her down. And then you could go outside. So she's just there in her state and will aggressively try to kill you, and you see her live. So you can try to fight her, or if it's going on. Exactly. And if you are fast enough, she will get down to your original state, or if you are patient enough to wait her aggression out, she also will get eventually back to her state. So use your doors to advantage, use ranged weapons to advantage if she gets onto you, and also you can outrun her for some period of time. And yeah, that's how to deal with her if she is aggressive. However, we will avoid, or want to avoid it in the first place, so I will show you also how to deal with her by just placing it down again from time to time. Also 3 hours to midnight. I didn't talk to it about, but yeah, we have quite hours now. So around 8 p.m. there will be new enemies. So subject 6 did spawn. And these are enemies similar to the Night Walkers. However, as you see, they are completely blind, so as long as you don't speak in-game, you can be around them. And they won't get triggered. So you can sneak around them. Also, you can fight them, because they are just normal patterns like for Nightwalkers, and you really want to consider fighting them for Crota, because they will have large amounts of Crota. And different to Nightwalkers, they won't open doors by their own. So you really want to you really want to just have everything nice and organized, and approach them on your own terms, as I usually say before. So you could use doors to see where they are, like here. And then I can approach them on my own. So I just trigger it, and as you see, you can also dash through them, and they won't be a large threat for you. But when they hit, they will hit you very, very hard. I don't know if it one hits you on the first place. We will see if it eventually get hit. Otherwise, I get a hit. So you see, it was nearly half-life. And yeah, however, they will get large amount of credits. So 300 is just normal, and you want to consider storing these guys in here. So yeah, that is one thing to do. Also, it's just got midnight, so we will get night walkers to spawn. And you will be on your own toes. And we already see these night substances spawning in. Night substances are a really good way to make quota. However, they will despawn on daytime. So you really want to just pick them up once or bring them even back home at nighttime. Usually I like to just pick them up once, so they will stay, and they are each 260, so you will easily reach a quota with them. And yeah, these are different strategies and new things in the tier 2. Also, I hear something very hard. You notice I don't sprint with them. They will explode when sprinting with them. So they have a very unstable tech there, and this is due to they are very unstable on yeah, being explosive when you sprint. You can, however, jump with them, so don't be worried about that. These guys deal 70% of your max health, so even if you need to face tank them at a different location or something like this, you really can do this if you're healed full, as I showed right now. So different enemies can be face tanked, others can't. Elizabeth usually is one which really kills you, so you want to avoid it. Later on, if you are maxed out, I guess she will bring you down to 1% or something. And I also can show you another trick with Elizabeth, which is really handy. But yeah. So you can fight her, but you can also use the aggression state for I first show the normal way. Usually every player deals with them like that. Picking them up, placing down, when you want to bring it back. But you can use also your heal. So you can sprint with her. Now we are lucky, and we will bring her down. And when she will get aggressive, we'll wait it out for you, or I can show it here. When she is aggressive, you really want to have a boombox placed already. So you can go to your boombox, luring her to you. You can also try to fight her again. But around your boombox, you will get healed a little bit. And later on, it will be enough to survive one of these attacks, because you can skill this healing received. So right now it is a complete kill, it is a complete overkill her damage, but later on if you have higher suit level, higher suit level, higher weapon damage, and also higher healing received, you can out here with tier 3 boombox her damage, so you won't get killed. You will get down to like 50 health or something, from 2000 down to 50 health, so it is really a huge amount, but you can out heal it. So yeah, just for showing some tricks and tips already for dealing with her later on in the game. Right now you really want to do this, placing down threat, and avoid her usually in a normal round, because these 200 credits isn't worth bothering with her when you can just get night substances and will be good for going. So these are each 260, so this is really our main income right now. Alright, healed up again, so we can just take our sketchy substances, bring them back, and for now we have to take it slow, but later on you will be able to storage them in here. Right now you can't storage them in here because it would outplay the mechanics. Similar things for Elizabeth. So on tier 3 with tier 3 storage boxes you can store sketchy substances in there, but only for these different conditions. So just take it slow, take your time, and they are really worth gathering because we already have here nearly our quota done. So yeah, you want to be around at nighttime and just get into the habit of using the nighttime efficiently. I did also die now pretty often to show you things, but you will be able to skill if you are not a fool like me and just die every 3 seconds. But you usually will level also pretty quick, I guess, already. And yeah, we can place it here a little bit, so we can go for tier 1 in a second. Oh, great. So what you can do is survive an attack. That's what I was talking about. Not like this, I want to get out here. You can do it also, because you can close it here. So you can lock her in, but yeah. You can survive these attacks, as you see, and you really want to be at health completely for having the highest chance of surviving. You want to place down your boombox to counter heal a little bit, and you usually want to try kill her. So yeah, also the shotgun is especially the high hour shotgun is very nice for this purpose, as it deals in a short amount of time burst damage, which is really nice. Not for DPS over a long time, then it got outrun pretty quickly for the Pulse Rifle Supreme, but yeah, for things like Elizabeth dealing, I personally, also with the higher shotgun on tier 2 or something, you really just have 2 hits or something for Elizabeth, and these are your 2 bullets, and then it's fine. Alright, so stop goofing around a little bit. We need our code, and we will get our code here a little bit quicker now. I will rush for it, so you will see also other things. You really want to open all these. Get your code quickly. Also, we have this guy. Can only attack swimming targets. We don't have these fishes scanned before, but they are existing already on tier 1. Just normal enemies, deal with them. They're also single-handed, but there are larger fishes. So I can see if I find one. Which you can shrink them like a mimic. Well, there are these. They are okay to deal with. You see if our code is over here, maybe. There are one of them. So these guys, can show it, are larger. They're also in tier 1 already, but you can dodge them usually pretty well and just kill them easily like a mimic. Also the damage isn't too heavy, so it is possible to just use your usual tactics to deal with them. And heal again afterwards. I will check right now, I guess a little bit quicker. These crates. Because we still need our code. It can also be buried, but you usually should be able to find it in main building or these crates. So we have our code here. Put it in, and then I can show you a little bit more of the lurker routes, hopefully, as well as new enemies which are here. In general, it is overall a similar game. I completely forgot. 613. C. Right. Usually it is a just normal sketchy game, but you want to really clear everything out. Go for night hunter, a nightwalker hunting, as well as hunting the subject 6. So you want to use your time to. I can maybe show it like here. There's a crawler. Oh no, there's a slime. Already nice. So you really want to clear out the area until 8 PM. Clear out then the area again for subject 6, and then clear it out again for nightwalkers, so you can collect every night substance. This is a usual procedure for a sketchy game. So Clothy. What about Clothy? All slimes in the game used to be unkillable. However, with the addition of the flamethrower, you can't damage them with normal attacks, but with fire. But it deals so brutally much damage. So you really want to have a long floor and be prepared to run back a little bit and heal again. Do it really slow. You really want to have a good amount of health. Later on again, if you have higher suit level, they won't instantly kill you like this. It is really the start, as we are level 30 now, and level 60 is max cap, so it is really a difference, trust me. Just take it slow, don't get any stupid risk like I do now for showing, but yeah. and really try to level your suit. So avoid slimes in the first place. They can't open doors, they are really slow when not attacked. You can avoid them easily. When you want to kill them, which you can do, try to do it with a flamethrower, as it deals the most amount of damage, and take your time. Really, I can't stress out that you should take your time in a usual game. Not like when I explain everything 3 times over, but just take your time. It hits you also through doors, so be aware there. And once you triggered it, it is really pissed off of you. So see if we can get around. There's a koala in it, so not that great. We might have to lure it out here or something. Yes. So this will be the frustrating part, which many of you experience as a new player. You don't have really any strategy for an enemy, and I really like these one-sitting videos where I just deal with a situation, and if you die over again, man, you die over again. It is the game, it is brutally hard sometimes, but you will get a habit. Usually you should have also Wicked Eye if we can get one. Also there's the releasing subject 6. You might consider having a second boombox in medbay for healing, like recover from something like this. We can take our lower boombox, for example, which we have here, and you might want to take another weapon with you if you have normal stuff like this. So we can heal here a little bit better. I won't do it like now because we should be able to lure it outside even if we die once more, and then we can go in again and just take our things. Free hours to midnight is also great. Oh, it should be in here, I guess. Where is it? Did it go back? Oh. Yeah, I wanted to do something like this. We just want to take this back. Alright. I guess we will have it outside there. And deal with it later. I want to die over again on this little guy and show instead something else. But you can deal with him with flamethrower. One other reason to take it with you, because slimes are now spawning. But for now, we will go on. And yeah, these guys I wanted to show you. These are big of these crabs. They aren't hitting too hard, so you really also, there's another lurker route, so you really can dodge them nicely. They're also relatively slow, and these are so-called deadly enemies. which are now spawning for every planet uniquely on tier 2 ongoing. So every time on you go for tier 2 on a planet, there will be now unique or more unique enemies. Slimes aren't unique. Also, yes, there is a Nightwalker out there. Yeah, there's a Nightwalker out there. So we maybe have to deal with Clothy right now. Where's the little guy? Alright. You can usually, if you have a long corridor like this and dash back a little bit, you can kill it. But yeah, you have to be a little bit prepared for it. Alright. So there you saw it. It is dropped in a... also there's another Nightwalker. It is dropped in a single-handed item. There's one slime in particular, which is dropped in a two-handed item. We will deal with them when we get them. So, first on, I want to clear out a little bit more. And then we will try to deal with these Nightwalkers. So where is it? Don't want it to launch an ambush on me. Also a night substance. Pick it up later. Just take it once so it won't despawn. Alright. So this is a normal sketchy substance, also during daytime. And yeah, now to the Nightwalkers on tier 2. I said before we now have subject 6 spawning, which are our new normal Nightwalkers. Nightwalkers have also a new ability on tier 2 ongoing, so we will see something which might kill you often if you aren't prepared, which is a jump. It can jump on you, so you really want to dodge through them and get in the habit of just being in your distance to not get jumped, but have enough distance to slightly running to you and then dodge through them so they won't kill you. Again, you could avoid it at first glance, but they will have around 400 quota or something like this, so usually you want trying to kill them maybe later on with a better equipment and stuff. And as you saw, we will have now difficulty to level our suit as we die so often. So we first want to stack on quota, so we are allowed to just pick a little bit of quota on these safely, like in night substances and stuff. But yeah, you can deal with everything. So this jump to tier 2 is really hard for a first time jump. It can also be very frustrating, but That's the reason I also cleared out here multiple paths on the left side and right side. I also placed down a boombox so we can just pick this one for right now. Maybe try to fight it again until daytime. Where is my fellow guy? So you can dash through them as before. If you get a jump, don't get worried, you will fight through it. And yeah. Later on, I promise, it will be easier. Also, this is a tier 1 Nightwalker, so they have more life in tier 1 than in tier 0, so if you really want to get a habit of just dealing with them, you try to do it on the tier you are on, but if you just want to farm them for quota or just learn dodging, do it on tier 1 and even or contract tier 1 in the first place, and then in contract tier 2 do it in the tier 0, so this area down there or something. Alright, so in daytime we can do finally a little bit of progress on our final day, and we still have to bring back our night substances. So overall we will have enough for our quota, but I completely understand why the jump, especially the jump to tier 2, is so hard for beginners. Also these, you can use it for healing. Don't be afraid of using them. They are made for it, so yeah. Oh. Alrighty. We first have to collect back everything. Flamethrower. And then I will take back these guys first, because they take an absurd amount of time to bring back. Then I think I will try to quickly rush for the generator, as there are some places where it spawns usually more often on these maps. And you will get to a point where you know where they roughly will spawn. You can open them, sure, but yeah. These are okay to deal with, just deal with them during the shell. And these lurker roots again, I don't know if they seem not to be able to scan them, but you can just harvest them. They also hit pretty hard early on, so you really want to be on a safe distance to deal with them. Sometimes it isn't possible, but also you won't deal with this guy. We can scan it. Yeah, it shoots now multiple rockets. I don't know why I can't scan it right now. But yeah, these guys are way more nasty right now. I think the generator might be up there, but yeah, we won't have time for it now. So we pick our things and head back, I guess. So Flamingo is also very useful for just transporting back things. So like this should be fine, right? Placed everything down nicely. And then we can bring back what we collected so far. I will place everything here for a minute. Beside these two, you never know. Then we will bring back first the quick things. And then the slower, sketchy substances. And luckily we have these guys, which should carry us through the quota. Yeah, with this, you will be able to play a tier 2 contract. So again, a quick overlook. Contracts are way more deadly due to new things and an unleveled suit. So play it safe. Not like I showed you, I also died there unnecessary often on Elizabeth. If you die once, it's okay. If it is a new thing that it stands up right after opening, it is really not that difficult if you quickly run after you just hearing music, closing doors after it, you can deal with her and just leave it there. I would recommend at least. Like night substances which are new, also touch them so they won't despawn at nighttime. And avoid the enemies which are too deadly for you. So if you aren't experienced enough to deal with the subject 6, they are blind, so sneak around them and just do your own thing, touching all the night substances and collecting them afterwards. And for the Nightwalkers, similar thing, just sneak around them, being on the facility first, and afterwards you can roam freely to collect everything you touched. If you have to deal with lurker roots, deal with them, for example, with a flamethrower, and also take your time to really collect them, because these gathering capsules just are so handy. We can also take one right now for the end of the quota and just fill it up a little bit. We can also take a flamethrower in the case there is some lurker roots around here. But you can use also these gathering capsules just in normal harvesting playstyle. So for example... Oh, and also collect everything normally, sorry. Just not like me, but take your time to collect everything, store everything, and you will be good to go. So take your time to harvest these things. They also go in them, and yeah, you can fill it up. So you pretty quickly could... There are also lurker roots around here, especially you pretty quickly can get nice amounts of loot, also without dealing with enemies if they won't spawn in. So again, you can sneak around a little bit. These big guys are here. You can deal with them. They are like the normal ones, so the ones which are small. And as you saw, the range from the subject 6 isn't that large, so you can avoid them even if they spawn in on you, if you really want to avoid them. We have only one thing left to shrink, so I will take the large trap right now and leave. However, be aware, these also you saw these lurker roots and the subject 6 at nighttime, and these crabs will be out here. So yeah, be aware that everything is now much more dangerous. And I guess like this we leave. We reached enough quota, so also we died so many times over and over, but we still reached way enough quota, so it is fine to die. It is fine to don't get frustrated, do your own thing, collect your things back, and then it will be fine. Yay, we survived for a first time. So you see, we also get some suit level out of it, because it is more tied to what you collect on the ship on one day. I think at least it is tied more to it. And also you want to store these right there. I want to show you one last thing, which is for... I can show it like this for both. One last thing for these thingies. When you store something in it, it won't cap at the exact amount, but overshoot. So right now we overshoot it just a little bit, like 858, and it is full. But you could overshoot theoretically by a large amount, like if you would be able to store a Nightwalker, which is 400, we can also reach over 1000. And here, similar thing, when it gets full, it just overgoes for here 6 credits. And if they are full, you can either use them for storing, also storing quota, and organizing everything so your ship can cluttered. But right now we can just sell it, so we can't store anything in there anyway. and just get our quota done. Alright, so we see how much we will get out of it. We have to sell 1,900, so just a full storage box and a full one like this should be able to bring you 1,000, and then with some night substances 1, 2, and 3, you are nearly done. So anything else will push you over it, and you will still have many of these things left, which you also can store, or these things which you could store here. So don't worry about quota too much, you will get to it. And yeah, we still have nearly a complete quota. Also, this one, you can trigger it also in here, but as you see, you have some amount of time for it triggers, and I want to test again a little bit. You see, there's also a large range, and right now we get down to 30, because this one we will die. But we can also outweight it. So what you really want to do usually, just walk backwards, or turn around, make room between her and you, and usually it takes some time, but what you want to do is just outweight it, and then it will be fine. Yeah. So to deal with Elizabeth isn't that hard. It just looked stupidly hard right there when I did it, because I want to show you different approaches to how to deal with her to bring her on the ship, but usually it isn't worth the hassle. Really, it isn't worth the hassle. You can get a quota with any night substance whatsoever, and yeah, it is just for funsies and collecting purposes, I guess. All right, so we can sell. So get our quota done, and as you see, we will get around 300 credits of stuff. 300, need 330 credits, so we will also be able to buy new storage boxes and capsules easily, or could do now a second boombox, which you could place in medbay or stuff. All right. One last thing to show you. I don't have the last substance, but will deal frequent damage. But these sketchy substances have a description, so night, dark matter is just use a night vision. This one will blur your vision and invert your controls. So it is a sketchy substance with a smell of strong alcohol, and I now can finally show you these guys. When you dash, you will trigger them, as well as when you sprint, you will trigger them, and they instantly kill you every single time. I happened once with a tier 3 healing box. Also, I had here healing maxed out, so we can do it right now. You max out healing, you will get health much quicker, and I was able to heal it out, but only on the highest settings, so not right now. And oh my god, this one happens so often, so be aware when you take it with you. Yeah, we can try if the other strat works now. I wanted to show you. So right now you see we can out-heal it when you have this one skilled. So healing received is especially useful for dealing with... That's what I was talking earlier. You need to skill these things really. So suit level again is really, really important. So once you have these healing received, you will heal so much against it, even with a better boombox, that you could out-heal it barely, but enough to not die. And this is so useful to just lure it, because you can do something like, if this here would be a ship situation, I can place her down there. And I have here the ship, and I bring her back to ship, and just need to get her a large amount. I can trigger her over here, and then just get in range and heal against. And then she is considered on ship immediately. You don't even have to place it again, I guess. And yeah, things like this are little neat tricks to deal with her later on when you get the points for it. So yeah, this healing received is very, very nice when you get it. So you really want to skill your suit level. And now as we are 31, we could also skill these three things, which is just mining speed, digging speed, and speed of plant harvesting. Plant harvesting is especially useful if you are a person which collect these lurker roots. So usually in our group I have skilled it because I am the one with the flamethrower dealing with lurker roots as well as slimes. And everyone else can also deal with lurker roots with the different weapons, but yeah, I will harvest them gladly. So yeah, just have one person in the group with a flamethrower to call out there is a slime, there is a slime, is really coming handy, because again, something like Clothy, there are also other slimes, could be on any planet, and the only weakness really is fire. I can give you a brief overlog as it is for just anything whatsoever. So these upper enemies until Nightwalker are enemies considered general, which can spawn on any planet. So crawlers are easily to get rid of. Loot mimics, if you get a hang of dodging, it also is. There are spelling errors. Hatchlings you want to kill before they hatch. Really want to kill before they hatch because they die immediately. Greed want to be giving a decoy thing, so you have your weapon still, something like your shrink ray or whatever. Pew-pews you can lure and distract with music, however I also scanned it, so however pew-pews on tier 2 contracts, it is here somewhat different, but on tier 2 contracts they won't fire 2 missiles but 8, so be aware of that. But you can still do it with music to a better place to fight them, and then have a door between it and something like this. These flying guys will haft onto you, just fight it near a boombox and should be fine. And then the slimes. Clothy really is yeah, really is a special slime which is hard to deal without a flamethrower. And even with a flamethrower, as you saw before, once you get killed, you have an open, or you need an open area to get your things back. So you can use a long corridor or a large open area for some maps to fight it. Otherwise, I would consider it leaving just in your room if you don't need to get through it like the main corridor. We was unlucky there. And as you see here, strength, Cloffy is a defensive slime, meaning that it won't go out of its way to kill. However, if it detects that a threat is near, it will naturally mold itself into a lethal ball of clothing spikes. Yeah, so these spikes are the aggression state, and you really want to dodge out of them before it get near to you, and just kite it along to kill it with a flamethrower. Oxy is a violet slime, which just give you a debuff of oxygen decay. You can recharge your oxygen on stations like this. So you maybe want to out heal it if you have low oxygen, or you want to charge it until it's gone. Otherwise you can't fight Oxy relatively easy. Toxy has the same thing with damage tick debuffs, so it is a toxic slime, a green one. You can also kite these both relatively good. And it won't kill you immediately, but it deals heavily damage when you get these debuffs. Gelotti is a very, very special slime. Gelotti will be able to hit you very hard. You have to kite it similar to Cloffy. It is a red slime of ice. You have to kite it similar to Cloffy along a path. But you really want to do something like your flamethrower is your weapon. You kite it. And when it gets too close, you put on your music box. Because then it stops attacking you and will dance, so you can heal. It won't attack you. Then you go again on distance, switch back, kite it a little bit, and then go again for healing. Also, when you have healing received, you can out heal your own flame ticks. So yeah, this is a nice thing as well. You can out heal it even now. Barely, but when you once you have it placed down and have this healing received, you can heal it pretty much. So yeah, these are a little tips and tricks for the general tier 2 quotas, and with this I would wrap up this video for now. I guess you get some sort of an idea, and we will play on tier 2 now regularly for also the different planets, so I can show you the different deadly enemies for the planets. So we will die often. I will play or try to play a little bit more safe and not go into every dangerous situation like I did in this video, to just show you how to deal with it if you get surprised by it. But there are some strategies, and you will see with higher suit level you will be able to fight nearly everything relatively easy. So yeah, with this said, for now, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video, where I will start with Port Coral, I guess, to really finish this planet up once and for all. And yeah, we have spent so many time now on Port Coral, so off then I will start with the other ports of the blue planet, and then I guess with the different event ports first, and then with the ports by difficulty. So yeah, I think this is it for a brief outlook what's coming up, and with this said, be looking forward for it. As always, if you have any questions, you can place it down in the comments or message me directly. And with this, take care and see you soon. Ciao.